Hello, my name is Bill Jarrett. We're doing lab activity 3.4.1, creating VLANs and assigning ports. We're going to configure 3 VLANs on a switch. Then we're going to verify connectivity. First thing I got to do is, according to my instructions, are to grab a Cisco 2960 switch. Okay, done. And then we're going to grab ourselves 3 Windows-based PCs. Okay, uno, dos, and tres. And they'll be labeled PCs 1 through 3 accordingly, apparently, so we'll change him to 3. Okay, done. And then we have to grab a hold of some 3 straight through Ethernet cables to connect the PCs to the switch. Alright. We're going to connect from fast Ethernet cable port on PC 1 to fast Ethernet 04 on the switch. Done. Then we're going to do the same thing here from the fast Ethernet port, and this one goes to fast Ethernet port 5. And the last one goes to fast Ethernet port 7, of all places. Okay, so that's done, and last but not least, it wants a console cable from any one of these guys to the switch. So we're done there. Okay, so we've properly hooked everything up. Now we need to set some IP addresses and subnet masks for the PCs, so we'll go here first. PC1. We're going to set the IP address. It's going to be 172.16.1.3. And the IP address in this case is wrong. My table is showing 255.255.255.0. And then our default gateway is going to be 1.1. Okay. So we're done there. Go ahead and kill that. Now go over to PC2, do the same thing. Go ahead and set our IP addresses. It's going to be 16.10.3. And again, the IP address is, or the subnet mask is wrong again. And our default gateway on this one is going to be 10.1. Okay, so we're good to go there. And now for PC3, do the same thing. His IP address will be 20.1. Oh, 20.3, sorry. It was defaulting 20.1. Okay, so now we're good there. Alright, so now that we've set all that up, we can go into configuring our switch. First thing I'm going to do is change his name to switch 1. Okay. In fact, this... Okay, so it looks like it's got to change that for me. It's already enabled it. Gone to conft, set host name to switch 1. Very nice. Taken care of. We're going to go ahead and set up a series of VLANs. So the first thing I want to do is configure. Oh, it says to configure it with the privileged passwords, etc. With host name, which we've done, console, telnet, and privileged passwords. Somewhere in these instructions it should tell me what the passwords is. And I'm not seeing any passwords in there, so I'm going to have to figure them out for myself. I'll just use the default ones that they've been using all along. So it says to set up the switch with host name, which is done, console, telnet, and privileged passwords. So let's just go ahead and set them all. So we'll go ahead and enable password. We'll make it Cisco, like all the other ones. We'll go ahead and enable secret while we're at it. We'll make that class. Let's go ahead and line con 0. And we'll set the password. Be Cisco. Login. And exit. VTY 04. Oops. What am I doing wrong here? Line VTY 4. Okay. Password. Cisco. Line VTY 515. Password Cisco. Copy and start. Okay. Conf T. Conf T. Alright. Okay, I've done that. Where are we at? Alright, configure switch with hostname console, telnet, and privileged passwords. Done. Configure switch 1 with VLAN 1 IP addresses. Okay. So we're in global configuration mode. First thing I'm going to do is configure interface VLAN 1. I'm going to give it an IP address of 172.168.1.2 and a subnet of 255.255.255.0. Booyah. We'll go ahead and throw a no shut. Alright. Shows that state has been changed to up, which is what we wanted. Go ahead and exit out. Back to global configuration mode, and we're going to create 2 VLANs, which will be VLAN 10, which will be for the faculty, which will give a name actually. And we'll call it name will be for faculty. And then VLAN 20, we'll go ahead and exit out of this. Do VLAN 20. Give it a name of students. No kitties allowed. Come here. Yeah. Get off. Get out. Cat. Okay, name is going to be students. Okay, exit. Alright. Now that we've set up our 2 VLANs, alright, what do the instructions say next? Exit, fine. Configure switch 1 with default gateway of 172.168.1.1. Alright, no problema. IP, default, dash, gateway, 172.16.1.1. Boom, done. And then configure switch 1 to place interfaces F5 and 6 into VLAN 10. So, if we remember right, we had this guy on 4, this one on 5, and this one on 7. So the instructions are telling me to put interface 5 and 6 into VLAN 10, and then of course interfaces 7 and 8 into VLAN 20. So that'll effectively put PC2 into VLAN 10 and PC3 into VLAN 20, leaving PC1 not in either VLAN. So, let's go ahead and do that now. Interface, FA5. And then we're going to say switch port mode access. Okay, and then we'll say switch port access will be VLAN 10. We got done. Now do interface FA06, which is currently not being used. And do the old switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 10. Okay. Now we're going to start configuring ports 7 and 8, so we need to exit out for a minute and say interface FA0/7 and switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 20. And then interface FA08 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, done. So I say end. Traditional copy run start to save everything. Done. Okay. Next. I lost my place. Gotta find it. Okay. Since by default there is only one single VLAN for all ports, you cannot rename or delete VLAN 1. Therefore, no further configuration is necessary to assign the rest of the ports to VLAN 1. To prove this issue, the command is show VLAN brief. So we're going to go ahead and try that. Show VLAN brief. Okay, it's showing that by default, Fast Ethernet 1 through 4 and 9 through 24 are in VLAN 1 by default. We did not have to configure them. If you remember correctly, PC1 is Fast Ethernet 4. Come on, show it. I know you want to. And then this one is Fast Ethernet 5 and Fast Ethernet 7. So, and then we have 10 has 5 and 6, and 20 has 7 and 8. So faculty is PC2, and PC3 is in the student's VLAN. Come here, you know. So, yes, they prove their point. Now, next we have to say, are all those switch ports in VLAN 1? Yes, alright. We've already shown 10 and 20. Now let's show VLAN and see what we get next. Okay, when I issue the command show VLAN, which is right here, it shows me all the ports. And it shows me a little bit of extra information. Which was not included in show VLAN brief. Alright, so what's the difference between the two? You get a little bit of extra information with show VLAN than you do with show VLAN brief. So now we're trying to ping each of the PCs. So it says ping from each PC to switch 1 the address of 172.16.1.2. so we'll go to PC1 and try that. Okay, so we're pinging from PC1, which is part of VLAN 1, and we're getting a reply. Excellent. And we're going to try that from PC2. Pinging. Timeout. 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 And finally a timeout. Okay, now PC3, we try the same thing. Probably get 4 timeouts again. Timeout. Come on. Timeout. We're going to get 2 more timeouts. I already know this for a fact. And another timeout. And a timeout. Alright, next we're going to try to ping from PC1 to PC2 and 3. Okay. So we go here to command prompt. And if I remember right, the address, let's see here, is 10.3. So we can change this. 10.3. And again, we get timeouts. Okay, we tried to ping PC2 and got nothing but timeouts. Now we're trying to ping PC3 from PC1. PC1 to PC2. PC1 to PC3. Alright, yep. Alright. We should get nothing again. And we're getting timeouts. Okay, so why can PC1 ping the switch 1 when PC2 and PC3 cannot, and the PCs cannot ping each other? Why? Well, let's start with the second question first. Second question is that these guys cannot ping each other. The reason why is because they have to go through the switch, and they're not allowed to. You go back to your VLAN configuration, and you'll see that this is on VLAN 1, this is on VLAN 10, and this is on VLAN 20. Was faculty and students. And if you looked at your configuration, it would tell you, remember that because by default we did not assign PC1 to any particular VLAN, that it automatically went to VLAN 1. The switch port mode for both of these is access. And if I remember right, 5 and 6 were on 10, and 7 and 8 were on 20. So just the way how it's set up, it's not going to let you ping certain addresses and move in and out of the network that way. So that's basically why it's doing it. Alright, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.